there's a short life in
Why?
the
Why do you
acting
think that
world.
is? With the creative side, is
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card,
what is that? What do you mean by that?
you give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some over greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation. 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
Hey, man, man, it is what it was and what it's gonna be. It's already been. Truth be told, we done for tapping in. It's Mothello Media, man. Y'all know what time it is. Terrance Howard. Y'all just heard it. He was on the PBD, Patrick Bet David's podcast. And he was able and willing to speak about his own crazy, weird experiences and the antics that Puff Daddy allegedly played whenever he met him. He said the dude wanted to, get some help with his film career, with his acting. So he invited Terrance Howard over, to go over how to be an actor, go over some scripts. Terrance Howard got over to the location. Puff Daddy didn't have a script there for him. He was just sitting there, looking at him. That's what Terrance Howard said. He said, okay. Well, maybe he just wasn't prepared. And when I pulled up on him, I'll check him out another time. So he say he hit his assistant up again for some music. He was listening to Terrance Howard music. You know, Terrance Howard, man, he's a man of multi-talents. He can do a whole lot of different things, man, you know, when it comes to film production, singing, even playing different instruments, man. So yeah, so he hollered at Terrance Howard to come over and listen to some music. Terrance Howard goes over and hooks up with P. Diddy, hooks up with Puffy. He's just looking at it. They not looking at they not listening to no music. Neither did P. Diddy have a song for him to co-write or feature on, man. So that was another weird moment. So finally, as y'all heard what I heard, Terrance Howard said that yeah, he talked to his assistant and told his assistant he want to hook up with him next week. At this point, Terrance Howard done had enough. He said, man, look, I came over for the movie script. It wasn't no movie script. I came over for a song, and there wasn't no features to be even had one no instrumentals. He didn't play no instrumental. So what do I possibly need to hook up with him for next weekend? And he said, man, I think he want to, yeah. He's interested in you in other ways. So at that point, Terrance Howard cut off all communications. But I just want to know right now, man, why now? Why now? You done had ample amount of time, many years and decades to say, come out, whatever transpired with you and this guy, and you didn't. You chose to jump on this train, on this bandwagon, and that's the only thing that, you know, I can't tell nobody when to come out with their truths and when they feel that they want to reveal anything. But at this point, ain't nothing happened. He didn't put no finger on you. He didn't lay a hand on you. He just offered you to a nice evening, allegedly. And we don't even know if these allegations are true, but we just gonna take it for what it is and what it's worth. But why now? Was you contemplating on actually entertaining it? Did you want to save face? Is it a lot of manipulative ways out there with people they use connections and relationships with P. Diddy over people's head, and maybe you didn't want to fall victim to that? Maybe that's what it was. You wanted to keep your connections and relationships in the industry, and you didn't want to be blackballed. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But I do know it's real interesting, man, that you came forth and said this on this individual's platform. Detailed information, specifics about how P. Diddy wanted to do you good. He wanted to do you dirty. Yeah, man. I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. I just thought I cover this situation, this scenario, because we've never heard this before. I've never heard this before. I mean, that picture right there dates back all the way to 2006. So you done had 2 decades, little short of 2 decades to spill this information. And now you choose to do it. After P. Diddy's incarceration, after everybody done piled on a bunch of trumped up allegations, some charges has been dismissed due to the lawyer filing doing the improper proceedings and improper filings. So some of those have been dropped. So we don't really know what's true and what's not right now, man. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this situation with Terrance Howard going on FBD podcast. I'm sorry, PBD. I said F, goddamn. PBD podcast. Patrick Bet David's podcast. Big salute for that clip. And he went out there and exposed however he felt their relationship was. And he wasn't with it. He said he don't play women's roles, he don't play the gay roles, he don't kiss men, he don't do none of that because he don't want to it's a man card. And he refuses to give up his man card. I most definitely agree. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. Make sure you like the content, share it out, and most definitely subscribe to the channel. But let me know how y'all feel about Terrance Howard and why now, Terrance? Why you could have just left this quiet? Like you didn't even have to say this. Like you wasn't You wasn't pressured to do this. You didn't have to reveal this information, but you did. And I just want to know why. Why now, man? I hope you seeking counseling if you are traumatized by that situation and scenario that happened with you and P. Diddy, but it didn't go there. You didn't allow it to. You said you cut off all communication. So yeah, I believe you. Big salute, fam. Big salute. Yeah. But other than that, man, like I said, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Terrence Howard, handle your scandal. Handle your scandal. I'm gone.